So, I made these necklaces. These two. They're supposed to go together as a set because of like yin yang. So, yeah. And today, I'm going to show you a tutorial on how to make them. So, first things you'll need is, most of the stuff you need is like at Michael's. First thing you'll need is these cute little flower charm things, which I think you can also. And next thing you'll need
is tiny little fairy bottles,
which you can also find at my. I prefer to use the stumpy, thick and flat ones rather than the thin and tall ones because like it looks cuter with it. They usually come in a 6-pack, but I already threw away the packaging, so I'm gonna show a picture on screen of what it looks like. But yeah, this is, you only need one if you're making one necklace, so yeah. Then you also need at least 2 different shades of the same color of glitter. So like you get one color of glitter, then you get like a darker shade or lighter shade or something. So we're gonna use this color scheme right now for it. And then the next thing you need is one singular pearl bead. Just one pearl bead. Yeah, it's like tiny but not microscopic. Yeah, you just need pearl bead. And then you also need some sort of chain to put your chain on, your charm on at the end. So like some sort of chain to put your necklace on. You also might need 2 little pliers to like, but I only need these 2 little pliers because the necklace I got was like this little hoop. It's too big for the bottle ring, so I have to take off the ring and then put the bottle on. So some chains might not need that, but mine does, so just that. That's the only thing you use it for. And then these you need because if you take your flower, then you have to stick it in and like twist it to get that little hook thing off. So yeah, it's pretty simple though. And, oh wait, one more thing. You need some sort of bead glue, like it could be any type of super glue, but I prefer to use this bead glue because it would be also more usable. Like I could also use this to tighten the knots of other like future projects and stuff, so I just got this for convenience. So yeah, you can get any brand that's like really good super glue. Yeah.
Actually, you do need 2 more things, a plastic spoon and a random bead about the same size as the pearl bead.
What you're gonna start with is one of the tiny little bottles. So just first you take the cap off, then you pull out your 2 shades of glitter. I like to start with like the lighter one on the bottom and then put the darker one on the top later. One more thing you'll need, I completely forgot about it. It is a spoon. Oh no, that knocked on the bottom. Okay. But we won't use like the big spoon part, we'll use like the handle. But you don't need just a regular metal spoon, you need like a plastic one or like one of the ones that has this nice edge here around it. So we use the handle to scoop the glitter to dump it into the bottle, so yeah. So what you're gonna start with on the bottom, or you could do on the top or whatever. You could put the darker one on the bottom or the lighter one. I like to do the lighter one on the bottom. So you start with the light color and you'll just dump it in Make sure you're doing this on a mat so that you don't like get everywhere. And you just do it until it has that nice little one small layer. Then you take your pearl bead, you just plop it in. You take another random bead and you just plop it in on the other side so that it keeps the pearl in its place. And you just fill the sides with more of that glitter, that one color that you used before. Just a little bit more. Until the bottle is like halfway full. Do 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 do. Just off the top. Da 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 da. Then you close your later glitter halfway because you might need it later. You open up the darker one or lighter, whatever order you're doing this in, and then you just stoop it in like little fairy dust and pop it in. Do 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 do. Just like that. Perfect. And just flip a little bit more in, like that. Maybe top it off with a bit of darker stuff, like a nice pattern. Then you top off the bottle. And then you close the glitters so that they're nice and shut, because we won't need them again. Now we're done with the glitters. Okay, so now that we're done with the glitters, we just brush these off to the side. Take the excess glitter that you have on the table. It's very beautiful.
You find your pearl on the top for some strange reason. Okay, weird. There we go. We got the pearl to show on the side. See? When you get the pearl to show on the side like that,
That's what you want. Okay, now we're done with the glitter bottle. Okay, so just push that off to the side for now. You no longer need your tools of glitter. Okay? Okay. So, next thing you'll need to do is just pull in your little charms, little flower things. I already took 2 ones. Those were the teal and the pink ones that I used for the bottles that I already made. But they have a lot of color options, except for the fact that they have duplicates of only some of them. Like, they had 2 whites, 2 blues, 2 purples, except all the others are just single ones, so that makes absolutely no sense. But I'm choosing this nice white one. And it has a bunch of other color options you can choose from, and I like the white one. And you can have the excess for like if you want to make more or other things that you want to do with them. So, now you have your chosen flower, and you take out your little plier things, the ones with the rods, and you just stick one rod through the hole, close it tightly, and just make sure you're twisting in the right direction in order to get the little hoop out of the flower. And you take it out and you just There we go. Okay. Now you have a flower. Just a regular flower. And I have a hole in it, but like we're gonna put that near the bottom so you won't be able to see that hole. So now we have our little flower and our little bottle with our top and our little pearl. It's all really cute. Now we brush off the pliers, and now what you do is you bring in your super glue thing. You take the top off of it. If it's brand new, you might want to take the bottom off of it and peel the sticker off so you can actually use it. But this one I already opened to make the other one, so I don't need to do that. Make sure this hoop is like in the thin form where the hole is facing the opposite side of you, and you write on this line the pearl is on the side, not where you're gluing right now. So you position your bottle like that. You put glue on your flower, on the back of your flower, like that. That's a lot of glue. Yeah, it's supposed to be a little bit. That's a lot. Find the hole, place it in that aligned with in that place, and make sure the hole is like facing the bottom, unless you want there to be a hole on the top, which I don't think most people do. But yeah. And then you might need like a little pin. This is used for sewing, but I usually just use it to like use the tip to feather out the glue edge and stuff along it, like that. Yep, just so that it's not like too bulgy. You just want to feather out the edge like that. Make sure it's along the flower too. But make sure that the flower doesn't slip down. So you're gonna hold it like that. Yeah, and if it doesn't align perfectly, you can twist the top to make sure that it aligns perfectly with the ring. There we go. And then you make sure you close this top so that it doesn't dry out. And it won't close perfectly with this brand, but it'll close just enough so it won't dry out. And this should take like about 20 to 30-ish minutes to dry, I think. So yeah, I'll see you in 20. So now that your bottle is dry with the flower on it, you are gonna gently take the top off. Make sure that it does not go over so no glitter spills out. Open up your glue again, and just on the cork, just gently like squirt some glue around the cork. So it may take 2 hands for this one, but just a little bit of glue on each side of the bottle cork, like that. So then on the sides, you just where'd it go? Whatever. You take the sides and you just like wipe it on and just smooth it on a little bit. I'm supposed to do this with a top, but I don't know where the top went. Where did it go? Okay. You can use some sort of tool, some sort of flat tool to use to just spread the glue on it like that. Yeah, just nicely spread the glue all around. Once your glue is nice and spread around the cork, you just stick it back in the bottle. And now that the glue is in there, now that the glue is in to like, so that if you pull too hard, it's not going to like come out and the glitter would spill everywhere. That's not what we want, so we glue it down there. Take a little piece of wire and just feather out the glue again in case it like rises a little bit. Just spread it along the cork. just take the bubble and just spread it along the rest of it, like that. So then you're gonna wait for that to dry too.
Now that your bottle is nicely dry, you would take out your chain. Just like take it out, just make sure it's smooth out on the... Sorry, I'll have a bit of a snivel. But anyway, since my chain has this big hoop, and I've talked about this later, I talked about this before, but since it has this big hoop thing, also I can actually fit it on, like see, like if I hold it like that, see it's not gonna fit on there, and it definitely won't fit that way. So I take it off. So I pulled out my pliers. They have like little claws. I can grab holes. I can take them like that. That'd be so cool. So yeah, one side you just clasp. I should name it crispy and claspy. That'd be real cool. Okay, but I need to make sure that they're on point there. Crispy, claspy. There we go. Now that it's off, we just slide the bottle on the thing. Just slide it right on. Perfect. Now we take the little ring. There we go. It's easy, right? It's so easy. Okay, then you take your pliers and you just close the clasp. Crooked? It's gonna break if I keep doing this. There we go. Perfect. It's a little wonky now and bent, but it's still intact. It's workable. Then you just clip, clip, move these pliers out of the way, and we are done.